This is from libertytothecaptives.net. Scientology's demonic witchcraft technology, control of the human spirit. Scientology teaches their members the magical skills that Satanists, witches, and most New Agers and other occult practitioners seek to perfect the control of the human spirit. That's black magic right there. The main reason occultists seek to acquire this skill is to enable them to communicate with the demonic realm, thus learning how to placate them and procure their supernatural flavors. This enables people who are proficient in occult arts to act with seemingly no limitations. Indeed, becoming free of limitations is a goal of magical training, including Scientology. Crowley's Magic in Theory and Practice states, the whole and sole object of all true magical training is to become free from every kind of limitation. Cited in Messiah or Madmen, page 48. Hubbard says in a 1952 taped Scientology lecture, our whole activity tends to make an individual completely independent of any limitation. Quote source, Hubbard's Magic. Yeah, in Scientology you got to pay thousands and sometimes millions of dollars for it. And me personally, it doesn't work. I think some of the teachings in the very beginning of the courses might be helpful, but you don't need to pay thousands or millions for it to have powers. Hubbard's goal of making an individual, like a child, completely independent of any limitation cannot be accomplished until the Scientologist learns how to access his own spirit and gain control over it. This demonic skill is dressed up with scientific-sounding words, so the unwary will be easily lured into the practice of occult methodology without his being aware of it. Scientology boasts that they discovered how to isolate and handle the human spirit, and that this is a significant contribution to mankind. Probably the greatest discovery of Scientology and its most forceful contribution to the knowledge of mankind has been the isolation, description and handling of the human spirit. Scientology's esoteric knowledge of isolating, describing, and handling the human spirit, it's a black magic, is a significant contribution in terms of the New World Order's spiritual goals for mankind, but they do not deserve credit for this discovery. Actually, the handling of the human spirit is not Scientology's discovery, because this demonic skill has been practiced for thousands of years. What Scientology has managed to do is to cloak this demonically inspired activity in the guise of science, thus luring many people to join their movement who otherwise would stay far away. The lower-level Scientologist is never informed that he cannot obtain control of his spiritual body, too, without the aid of evil spirits. This is a different interpretation, but I think that they're looking through a Christian lens without the aid of evil spirits. I mean, if we're talking about the Thetans, I believe this is what I understand the Thetans to be in Scientology. That you have all these Thetans inside of you. And you have to, the more you get rid of these Thetans, you can free yourself. I think that the Thetans are like thought clusters. So in other words, get rid of some of these negative thoughts. Those are the Thetans. That's the way I look at it. Scientologists are told that they can gain total control over their own human spirits without any adverse effects. In Scientology, it can be demonstrated that that thing, which is the person, the personality, is separable from the body and the mind at will and without causing body death or mental derangement. It is impossible to manipulate one's own spirit, which includes communication with the spirit world, without suffering adverse effects. Mental anguish, fear, depression, headaches, illness, confusion, nightmares, compulsions towards bluicide, and more will eventually result when a person acquires the spiritual technology that can only be had with the cooperation of demons. I don't know where they're getting this from. The Church of Scientology falsely instructs their members that they are spirit and as such should learn how to gain a connection with their spirit and learn how to control it. It is a matter that each individual must examine for himself. Scientologists believe man is more than a mind and body, and that it is he himself, the spirit, who can control his mind and body. Church of Scientology of Michigan. Scientology lures their members into doing whatever it takes to learn how to access and then control their own spirits, so they can consequently gain what they are told are supernatural abilities. This requires total subjection to the Scientology agenda. Human beings cannot acquire supernatural abilities that emanate from within themselves. That's a matter of interpretation. But those who have not read the Bible, okay, no disrespect, but I don't want to read the Christian opinions here. Scientologists are told that they must travel up the bridge in order to access their supernatural abilities. What they are not told is that they who have traveled far enough up the bridge to learn how to perform supernatural feats are utilizing demons. It's a matter of interpretation. I don't see like demon possession and all that. I don't see that at all. I believe Scientology was created through black magic and demonic energies. I do. But I don't see them like summoning demons in that. I don't see that at all. However, I do see a lot of behaviors that are very demonic, and I believe those are demonic, like demonically possessed people that are created through this massive, mega controlled environment. So I will leave a link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night wherever you are. Peace.